Hi guys, my name is Jhony Sam and with Thumi Magic I create Candy Cash. Today I want to share with you 3 transformations. But first, I would like to mention 2 important details. The first is that once you have the product in your hands, you will have to use it several times to make it work fluidly. It's because the build that contains the gimmick is new and as it's used it will become softer, which will make it easier to present it later. The second point is that Candy Cash is a 100% recommended effect to be performed on social network since it's very visual. It also has a tremendous live impact both in stand-up magic and in stage magic because to the distance and how limited it can be in some angles. This effect is an excellent option to be present in close-up magic as long as 2 points are considered. The lighting of the site. A low light can avoid some flash when you are learning the effect. That is why we recommend performing in a corporate event, restaurants and discos. Sounds. Later, we will share a technique which will make noise presentation not a problem in close-up performance. As you will see, this product includes a real dollar bill, which adds value to it. You can change it for a bill of your choice, such as euros, soles, pound sterling, etc. In a section of this video, we will explain how the dollar bill can be exchanged for a €5 bill. It's time to explain the setup of the gimmick. Once the product is in your hand, you should be careful when extending the bill. You must do it very carefully, so as not to damage it. You may notice that when extending the bill, the extreme part of the black zone has an approximate distance to 1.5 centimeters. Once you have set distance, you will have to turn the tube so that it's covered by the bill, taking care that the cylinder doesn't protrude behind the bill so that the front view is this. Now, with the left hand, hold the bill to show both sides. The movement for the transformation will be as follows. In a relaxed way, we let the left side go and then the right hand goes forward. In this way, we show both sides of the bill and the tube is looking forward. It's important that the fingers hold the tube and the bill. The thumb goes in the back and these 2 fingers cover the extension of the tube so that it's not seen from the front. It's held in this way and thus we secure the bill so that it's not retracted. Seen from the front, it show looks like this. The transformation movement will be as follows. The left side is let go and the right hand goes forward. Let's see it from the front. Remember, the bill is stretched 1.5 centimeters of the black part. The tube is covered behind the bill, so that it looks like this from the front. These 2 fingers cover the excess of the cylinder, so this will not be seen from the front. The other job of these 2 fingers and the thumb is to press so that the bill is not retracted. The practice in front of a mirror will help you get the exact angle so that in your presentation this is invisible. The left hand always hold extended the bill to make it completely visible. And with this movement you can show both sides of the bill casually. Remember, on this side is the surplus of the cylinder, which must be hidden. For this, the left hand remains motionless and just the right turns it. This must be a diagonal movement from top to bottom, and this is the way to show both sides. having the setup ready to execute the transformation. Just remember to release the left side at the same time that the fingers of the right hand stop pressing the tube. At the end of the movement, only the thumb and forefinger will remain holding the cylinder in this way. Remember, these fingers stop pressing and is only supported by these other two, taking care to show the mentos forward. This will make the bill hiding in the back, avoiding being exposed. The performance explained above can be optimized by minimizing the sound with a tip that I will share next. Having ready the setup and the three fingers positioned, now to reduce the sound, all you have to do is hold. Don't let go of your left hand. In other words, get carried away with the movement. The right hand turns to the right and the left hand accompanies the movement and turns, so it will be in slow motion. I will do it one more time. Remember, the left hand turns the movement and then turns. In this way, we can reduce the sound by 18% and thus optimize its presentation. Well, now I will explain how to produce a candy at the end of the effect. Remember, once the setup is ready, all you have to do is place the candy in left hand finger palm. So, at the end of the transformation, we will make a movement similar to the shuttle pass, with which we will create the illusion of dropping a candy from the cylinder. That is, once the transformation happens, we approach the left hand next to the tube, make the candy appear and give it to the spectator as a souvenir. You know how to grip the gimmick correctly. Now I will talk to you about how the gimmick should be prepared in the pocket before the performance. For this, we will use the rubber band that comes inside the product packaging. You don't need to use a large rubber band. In fact, they can be the elastic band the girls usually use for a ponytail, or alternatively, you can use orthodontic rubber bands. Now, to see how it works, I will prepare the gimmick for you. Don't forget to have the setup ready. That is, 1.5 centimeters we turn the tube and hide behind the bill. Pay attention to the bill well conceals the cylinder, just as when we are about to make the transformation. On the right side, the bill must be well leveled with the cylinder. This is where we are going to fold the bill in two parts. In this way, we fold one time and fold a second time in itself. We fold the bill in an S shape to place the rubber band around and have it ready on the suitcase, pocket, bag, or anywhere easily accessible for you to perform the effect. Now let's structure the presentation. Once you have the gimmick ready with the setup done, you simply take it out of your pocket. Remember to cover the surplus of the cylinder with these fingers on the right side. When you take the gimmick out the pocket, remove the elastic band. You can save it or just discard it. Now we are going to put pressure with both fingers and the thumb so that the bill doesn't retract inside the cylinder. While you press, you grab the end of the bill. I will go slowly. It unfolds once, but the finger still holds the bill. It unfolds again and is already extended. Do not forget that the bill must have the black strip to the right. I will do it once more. Once you have the setup Remember, the bill will be folded in two parts, one fold and two fold, always covering the bottom so that it doesn't protrude. Now the rubber band is placed around the gimmick, verify that the bill doesn't protrude. Cover in it its entirety, and you are ready to put it in your pocket, your suitcase, or whenever you wish. When you take it out of your pocket, always remember to cover with these two fingers and press with your thumb so that the bill is not retracted. When you take out the rubber band, you can save it or discard it. Remember to not unfold the bill immediately. Do it in 1 and 2 times, as if it were in slow motion. If you unfold it fluently, it can look as if it were a single movement. Don't forget to hold it correctly, unfold, and perform the transformation. A presentation model could be to borrow $1 from the spectator and say, when people find out that I am a magician, often say, hey magician, can you appear money? But what will happen if I did the opposite? If simple, the magician instead of appearing the money disappeared. But now we better do something sweeter. Instead of being able to appear or disappear money, I make it something more delicious, like a Mentos. As you have noticed, Candy Cash gives you many options to be presented. Today, I will share 3 of the versions that I like the most since they are more visual. The first one is the one we have seen throughout the explanation of the video. Remember to have the setup ready, that the cylinder doesn't protrude from the bottom of the bill, that the 2 fingers cover the upper surface, press with the thumb so that the bill doesn't retract, and that the fingers of the left hand hold extended from the bill to show it. Remember the details of the first transformation. While releasing the finger of the left hand, the right hand go forward, ceasing to press in this way. This transformation is so visual that is recommended to present it on social network. The second transformation is perfect to make it part of your social media videos. The details for performing are similar to the previous method, that the cylinder is not seen from the front and that the fingers cover the upper end of the tube. This will be the effect. It seems difficult, but it's not. The explanation is as follows. Once we have the setup, we extend the bill and fold it in 2. We hold it with these fingers. That is, we fold the bill in half, and all they have to do is throw from the right hand to the left hand. The best way to master this version perfectly is practice the launching of the right hand to the left hand without taking out the banknote from the cylinder. In this way, by practicing it many times, you will be able to do it automatically. This will allow you to concentrate on other details such as the presentation. It's important that when we receive it in the other hand, the Mentos fall in this position, that is, vertically. If the tube fell horizontally, will scrub the visual effect. When you have dominated the launching, you just need to repeat it with the unrolled bill. Once again, setup ready. We show the banknote on both sides, fold in 2 and launch. As you can see, it's a very great result to be able to present it on Parlor or social network. Hi guys, I hope you are doing good. I'm Snake and I want to share with you my handling of this incredible product created by my friend Jhony and Tumi Magic, Candy Cash. This version reduced the sound by 90%. Look. Amazing, it isn't? This version is very simple. With this small detail, you can make this effect more incredible and versatile. For this, all you have to do is not release the bill with the left fingers. Let yourself be carried away when the retraction system pulls the bill. by keeping it held with the left hand. It will travel with the bill accompanying it at all times and avoiding friction. You can see from above. Roll the Mentos tube a little and then let the bill pull you to the end. Don't let go, okay? In any moment, just get carried away by it, and in the end you turn it over. There are certain details to take care of so that the illusion is perfect. First, the tube must be rotated so that when retracting the bill, it's done quickly and smoothly. You show the bill on both sides and turn the tube in this way. Second, get carried away by the bill. Don't let go at all. Third, tilt the tube diagonally at the time of transformation so that it doesn't look and the hand covers the Mentos. And you turn it. This way it goes like this, without sound, especially for close-up and in the just mentioned environments, such a bar, discos, restaurant. That is perfect. And the noise of the environment helps you make the sound dull or turn off 100%. I will explain this one more time at the same time I do it. We prepare the grip. I will place it in this way. First, turn the tube. Second, let the bill pull them, and third, turn the tube. In this position, you are ready. 1, 2, see? Here, I already placed the cylinder diagonally and my hand covers it. The bill retracts completely and I turn the Mentos. I hope you like this version, friends. Well, let's talk about maintenance. If due to frequent use, the bill is torn at some end and needs to be repaired. The procedure is very simple. Using a little scotch tape, we can repair the bill on both sides and without problem. Both the front and the back, in fact. We can surround the affected area from front to back with the scotch tape. It will be the way to effectively repair any damage that occurred at the end of the bill. Now, I will explain the technique to change the dollar bill for another bill of any denomination. In this case, I will use a €5 bill. The first thing we will do is make sure that the bill is not retracted by the system inside the cylinder. For this, we are going to extend it completely. The black zone has approximately 4 centimeters. When you stretch it, you will feel that the system reaches a ceiling that indicates that you cannot pull the bill anymore. In that black zone, we will use these binder clips, which you can find in bookstores. We put one of them at one end and the other at the other end. With this, we finish the first step. As you can see how the bill cannot be withdrawn by the system, this will allow us to cut this stop that we will need without worrying about the retractable system. Now, if you see that the bill is already broken, dirty, or maybe worn, and you want to exchange it for another one of the same denomination or another type of currency, the first thing you have to do is cut and recover the green top, which is this one here. There is not problem left with residues of the previous bill. Just be careful not to cut the green piece. We are going to remove the remains of the old bill to get it ready for the new bill. Having the bill inserted, we will not have to worry. Let's put it aside. For this example, I will use a €5 bill. If we place this bill in this way, that is, facing the public, we will hit the top on the left rear. It's advisable to use the original dollar as a guide to avoid placing it incorrectly. Do not forget that the front of the bill is the one that will go toward the audience. Once the left side of the back of the bill is already identified, we will proceed to use the instant glue. It's important that the glue covers an area approximately 1 centimeter thick so that the top has a better support and stuck better to the surface. Note, it's important to be as precise as possible so as not to lose the bill. Let's allow to dry a few seconds and very carefully we will place the green stop. We put this thing aside to give you a clear view. Once the stop is placed, we press it to stick it. And as you can see, having placed the glue in an area of 1 centimeter make the stop has more adhesion surface. We verify that it's well stuck and ready to use. Now, if you realize there is a leftover at the top end, all you have to do is cut that end very carefully. Leave it flush with the bill. As you can see, our euro bill is perfect with this top. Now for the next step, we will work with the old dollar, taking care that the binder clip don't come loose. If this happens, the bill will enter into the system and it will be so difficult to recover it. As you can see, our situation is the following. The bill is stuck by a tape which you will be removing in this way. With a little patience, you can remove the scotch tape without any problem. You can work without problem because the binder clip will not allow the bill to be retracted. As you can see, the tape that joins the bill with the black part will gradually peel off. So far come the front part. And now we go with the back. We proceed with the same patience to take off the first side. One of the advantages is that the scotch tape doesn't damage the bill. We continue in this way until we take it off completely. If the two folds or adhesive tape are fixed, they remain like an unfilled sandwich. The next step is carefully place the euro bill between the two adhesive tape, taking care that it's square. Notice that the euro is a little smaller than the dollar. We must see that the euro is as centered as possible between the adhesive. Don't forget that the secret of this repair is patience. Don't hurry and spend the necessary time so that the bill is in the exact place. As you realize, with a little patience we managed to paste the back part. It only remains to do it with the front. A little pressure is necessary to put the bill in place, and that the tapes is well attached to both sides of the bills. If you realize I did not stick the bill to the center, I had a surplus left at the top. In the case that you have stuck in one of the ends as I did, just cut off the surplus. If you have stuck in the middle, we will cut the upper and lower surpluses. Remember that we need the black part to be flush with the bill. To proceed to cut the excess, we must release the binder clip and hold with these fingers. Then, and very carefully cut the excess. When the surplus is cut, the euro bill will be aligned with the black part. To trim the other side, we will repeat the operation by placing the binder clip on this side in order to release the other. The operation will be very similar to eliminate surpluses. With a little patience, we can get the result to be as expected. Now we withdraw the bill. We already have the top, and now we have a new bill ready for action. As you can see, the result is the same quality product with a totally new bill. As a final recommendation, I encourage you to dress a coat with big pockets to make it easier and more comfortable to transport and get the Mentos from either the chest outer pocket or in the side pocket. Always remember to check that the gimmick is ready for use. Don't forget that if you want to present in close-up, you must take care of the angles and be aware of the light of the side and the environment noise. As we have recommended from the beginning, the ideal is to present it in corporate events, restaurants, discos, and places of low light and big noise. It will be insistent repeating that the more you practice the execution of this effect, the more you will master its angles and thus improve your presentation. I hope you enjoy presenting it. A detail that can enhance your execution when presenting this effect in close-up magic is to turn and move it a little further to the left of the bill. This will make your angles 100% covered. That means that instead of positioning the tube to your right, you should do it toward the center. That is, place it in front of you. Well, what will happen if I want to change the outside of the Mentos? Simple. In each country, there are different presentations of Mentos. All you have to do is to get the Mentos of your countries. In this case, the Mentos come a little bigger than Candy Cash. Then cut with an X-Acto knife on one side and remove the candies. In this case, that the presentation of your country are very small, you can join two wrappers to make them a little bigger. You remove the one that brings the product and very carefully paste it on the gimmick tube. I hope you like this product very much. Thank you for purchasing it. We invite you to follow us through our social network as Atumi Magic, because thanks to you, we are always working to bring you new products with the best quality. My name is Jhony. See you soon.